Not far from where I grew up is a short branch line railway that seems to give an unexpected glimpse into another era of rail travel. The single track from Princes Risborough to Aylesbury winds across the Buckinghamshire countryside at the foot of the Chiltern Escarpment for around 8 miles, which the Chiltern Railway shuttle train does in a leisurely 16 minutes. I had some time to kill on a recent trip into London, so I got off at Princes Risborough for a diversion onto rails less travelled. This has never been anything but a small branch line, having started life as an offshoot of the broad gauge Wickham Railway in 1863. This was long before the days when the Great Central and the Great Western Railways would upgrade the Chiltern network for crack express trains to Birmingham and the north, and the Wickham Railway was a rural backwater running from Marlow to High Wycombe and thence through Princes Risborough towards Thame and eventually Oxford. The broad gauge origins of the line can still be seen today in its unexpectedly wide overbridges, but in fact it was the pilot for conversion to standard gauge in 1870. Aside from Princes Risborough and Aylesbury, it serves only 2 small village halts at Monks Risborough and Little Kimble, which makes its survival of the beaching cuts of the 1960s seem inexplicable given the closure of much more promising lines in the Aylesbury area. Today its traffic comes from an hourly shuttle, a few trains to London Marylebone, and though I didn't see any on my visit, a steady stream of London's refuse to a landfill site on the old Great Central line at Calvert. My ride from Princes Risborough was waiting at Platform 1, the ubiquitous Chiltern Railway's Class 165 Networker diesel unit. Until 2017, this line was operated by a pair of Class 121 single-car first-generation units, making it the last place trains of this age could be seen in revenue service and heightening the feeling of a branch line from another era. The line peels away from the main line to the right, with Princes Risborough's impressive signal box passing on the other side of the tracks, and after a short while passing through the town, we're at Monks Risborough. Monks Risborough station retains the appearance of a simple rural halt, having a single platform on the up side of the line, if a single track can have an up and a down, and no station buildings. It was opened in 1929, and according to the rail regulator, in 2022 to 2023, it was the second least used Chiltern Railway station, with 14,986 passengers. All of this leads us neatly to the least used station on the Chiltern network in that year, with only 9,896 passengers, our next stop, Little Kimble. This comes after a few minutes more trundling through Buckinghamshire fields, and again has a single platform on the same side of the line as Monks Risborough. Little Kimble Station was opened in 1872 and has a station building, though it's long since been converted into a private house. The station sits on the outskirts of the village, so it's surrounded by fields. Beyond Little Kimble, the line turns north for the last few miles into Aylesbury through what would be pretty but mostly unremarkable countryside were it not for the building work for the somewhat controversial HS2 high-speed rail link from London to Birmingham. The branch line will cross this line on a bridge, which when I went through was in place, but as yet with no rails to cross. Very soon after crossing the HS2 works, the line threads its way through Aylesbury suburbia, finally joining the main line from Marylebone just south of Aylesbury station. This was originally the site of simply the terminus of this branch line, but over the later years of the 19th century it became a joint station for the Great Western Railway, Metropolitan and Great Central Railways. The current buildings date from the 1920s and were built by the London North Eastern Railway as the Great Central's successor. So that's how I managed to arrive an hour later into Marylebone on an Aylesbury train instead of an Oxford one, and I'm glad I took the opportunity to travel this line. I suggest you do too. I don't have a sponsor for my videos, but as before I'd like to take a moment to talk about something else I'm involved with. I'm a board member of a small non-profit called Trans Rescue. We exist to help trans people like me escape dangerous and dodgy places around the world. I'd like you to take a look at our website and see what we do, and if you can, help us to continue our work. Thanks very much, and thank you for watching this video.